Today on the pod, we're talking to Megan, trapeze artist and Scratchers enthusiast. So, Megan, what do you like about playing Scratchers?
Well, they're easy to play when I'm hanging around.
Oh, okay. Like when you're relaxing?
No, like when I'm hanging on the trapeze. I swing upside down, then do a quadruple somersault, all while playing Scratchers. Watch this. Ta-da!
Unbelievable.
I know, right?
Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
Welcome into the Morning Roast. It is Thursday, May 21st. May 21st. Unbelievable. Greg Hirsch, Tyler Krusz, Marqus Cesar in studio, man. Red Sox sweep. Haven't been able to say that. That feels good.
Yeah, the last time they did, though, they kind of went on a little skid afterwards. But, you know, like we'll take the positives. They get a sweep on the road of the Kansas City Royals. Let's throw a party. We sweep the Royals.
Yeah, hey, look, Royals stink. Royals stink.
But so do you.
But yeah, so do you. Like, it's not, you know, it is what it is. I'll take it going into Memorial Day weekend. Got to do something. Got to start somewhere. Start somewhere.
You scored 14 runs that series. Scored 5 runs in the series against the Phillies. Yeah. You know, like that's the difference right there.
It is the difference.
Against the Braves, you scored, let's see, 6 runs. You know, so like you doubled your run output from the last. You have more runs this series than you did your last 2 combined.
Exactly. And, you know, once again, Conley early looks great on the mound, gives up all his runs on 2 hits. You know, you get the pitching, you're going to get that, and you're going to get great closing. Yeah, you know that. It's a race to 4 runs with this team. It just is. And
it seems like with them, it's also like if you give up the lead early.
Yeah,
you know, like you go down 1-0 in the first. You got, you know, if you go down in like the 3rd or 4th, they might not have all the time to make it up. But that's a couple nights in a row where I feel like Kansas City scored in the bottom of the first, and the Red Sox have went ahead and scored in the top of the second.
Yeah, right. They found their swing early, right? Yeah. Like if it goes on too long, it's like they're never going to find it. So Duran does it again. Good to see him start getting hot. I'm not the biggest Jarren Duran fan, but at the same time, you need him.
Yeah. Yeah, you need him, I guess. Sully was saying this yesterday. He was like, he's a 250 hitter. Like, he's not going to hit this bad. And I was like, well, I mean, even if he was hitting 250 right now, how much better would you be?
Right.
You know, like if he's a 250 hitter, trade him while he's hitting hot.
Yeah.
If his ceiling is 250, get him out of here. What are we doing? What are we waiting for?
That's exactly kind of where I was going with it, is that Jarren Duran is a guy I want to get hot. I want him to get hot because I want to move him.
I want to trade him.
I want to move him. I want to move him. And if you don't want to move him because you love Jarren Duran because he runs real fast and he's an intense guy, I get it. It's just that doesn't play out in the long term. He's a guy that you should have moved on from a long time ago. You're gonna have to get away from him at some point. Let him get hot.
He's an intense guy when it comes to the fans. You know, like I don't know. I've never really.
He's intense on the base path. Yeah. He's intense in that. He's
intense on Instagram with Michael Holley.
Yeah. He's quick to pop off.
Really seems like Michael Holley was right.
Yeah,
in that whole
playing
situation,
out that way, that they lie about injuries. We'll get more into that too. And obviously, we got to touch on Maine baseball. They get the play-in win against Albany yesterday. Awesome. They're moving on against UMBC tonight.
4th win in a row. Granted, they all are the same team, but 4th win in a row.
Absolutely, absolutely. What a performance it was. So we'll get to all that too. Tyler, what do you been up to, man? I've been away. I've been in Boston. I was at a work conference down at the Liberty Hotel again down in Boston. That's the former Charles Street jail that they turned into this kind of upscale hotel. Beautiful, like really, really like old school. Like the lobby area goes up 3 floors to 4 floors to the ceiling, and it's old school jail, like round with the jail cells and everything like that.
Can you rent out like the warden's office?
No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. The restaurant, the like really nice restaurant, is called the Clink in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I was down there, so that was good. But I'm glad that's over. We got Memorial Day weekend coming up for you.
Yeah, very excited. I don't know. I think I'm just going to relax. I've been kind of busy the last 2 weekends, so this will be nice to just sleep, not sweat. It's not going to be 90 degrees out this weekend, which is going to be great. It's going to be like nice 65 and sunny, so it'll be great. We'll get some plants in the ground.
Yeah. It's project time, right? Yeah, it's project time. So, yeah, that's going to do that. Little barbecue and things. Of course, it's to memorialize those that gave the ultimate sacrifice and everything. And but it's really that weekend that everybody, snowbirds are all coming back by Memorial Day. And it's like barbecue, a kickoff into summer, right? Like summer. This is the end of spring, right?
Yeah.
Summer starts. Yeah, June 1st is summer, right?
Memorial, you're right. The unofficial summer, I go Memorial Day to Labor Day. I get it's probably still like 80 in late September, but it's fall. Yeah,
in your head, right? You're into summer. So, Marcus, Memorial Day weekend plans, anything?
I think I'm probably just hanging out for the most part. I've had a pretty busy couple of weeks. My parents might take me out to dinner for my birthday.
Ooh, there you go.
Other than that, just going to be hanging out.
When is your birthday?
May 26th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
is that often
Tuesday?
falls on Memorial Day.
Okay.
But yeah, Tuesday
it is. All right, right on. All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, we got a great show to get to here. We'll do Tyler's tickets. We'll talk with Larry Mahoney from the Bangor Daily, touch on everything. Let's get rocking and rolling. The roast is presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get Luke, get sold with the Next Home Experience. All right, your Red Sox, they sweep the Royals 4-3. Duran, 2-run homer in the 7th, put the Sox up 1. Nick Sogard, Carlos Narvaez had the other 2 RBI. Sox play the Twins, big one at home, 7-10 tomorrow night. Give me Chad Tracy on the bats.
Dating back to Atlanta?
Yeah.
The Atlanta series, they lost 3-2, won 3-2, and he lost 8-1. Dating back to Atlanta.
I don't know on that one. But like we were saying, if the bats, if they can get to 4 runs, they're going to win the majority of their games.
Yeah, I mean that's what their pitching is. If they can score more than 3 runs, they will win their games. But however, they've played, 45, 46 games, and they've scored less than 3 runs in most of them, more than half of them.
It's a consistency thing. I want to touch on what the biggest disappointment here is, right? And I'll talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit later. We'll get into that. Got to get UMaine baseball. They beat Albany 11-5. Nick Pepe 3 RBIs. De La Rosa as well had 1 RBI. They each had home runs in the game. Let's give you the Pepe Rasmussen one. Yeah, they were going against the America East Pitcher of the Year and Dylan Banner. I mean, they just absolutely rocked them for 15 hits. On good news, Maine pitcher Jason Krieger, really just an absolute workhorse. Goes 127 pitches for 6 1/3.
That's huge. That's big in game 1 of a playoff run where you got to play every day.
Exactly.
You have to win consecutive games, throwing 127 pitches off the bat, only giving your bullpen 2 2/3 to work with. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. So huge in playoff baseball. Can't wait for this one tonight. So that should be great. In the NBA, Thunder even it up with the Spurs, 122-113, game 2. Fox was ruled out for game 2. Dylan Harper and Jalen Williams both left the game 2 early due to injury. Yeah, when Harper went down, that thing changed. The game changed
and
completely.
Harper has been so good this year as a rookie out of the gate. And hopefully he's good for the series because I want the Thunder in this one because I'm not the Thunder. I want the Spurs because I can't stand the way Oklahoma City plays basketball.
Right.
It's just so painful to watch. So, Harper and Fox are huge for that team.
100%. It was essentially a tie game when Harper went down, and then it just got away from him. So
I was so happy when I saw Steph Castle just baptize Chet Holmgren. Oh my God, that was insane.
Was awesome. Yeah, I'm pulling for the Spurs.
We didn't see that at UConn. Yeah, that was nuts.
Marcus, thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, I was okay with the Thunder last year because at least the kind of flopping stuff wasn't quite as flagrant.
Yeah,
I like getting to the line. That's an art.
Yeah.
You get there the right way, and I can do nothing but respect you. But when you're taking light contact and you're falling on the floor, that's messed up. Go Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, guys like Paul Pierce did it the whole career. Take it to the hoop. That's not really Jason Tatum too. I love when he gets when he's 100%. He can go to the hoop and get to the line a lot, but you don't see him flailing his arms and kicking his legs around and just at minimal It's really annoying because they're so good.
Yeah.
Like, they don't need to do that.
Yeah,
they do that, and it makes me hate them. And
it does,
but they're really good. And it's you sound like I sound like an idiot, like someone who just hates what's popular, hates the best team in the league because they're the best team in the league. But they're pitiful to watch. It's awful.
The way
it's
they
a terrible product.
Yeah, it is the way they play. Over in the NHL, Golden Knights take Game 1 on the road against Colorado, 4-2. It was 3-0 in the third period, and then Avs make it 3-2 late, empty net goal. So it's 4-2 final. No Cale Makar for the Avs. Carter Hart makes 36 saves in net for Vegas. And it's the first home loss for the Avs this whole playoff run. So that's a huge one to get Game 1 for Vegas. And we should all be rooting for Las Vegas. Why? Because John Tortorella, former UMaine Black Bear, is their head coach now. And he took on a $100,000 fine in the previous series for not allowing the media into the locker room post-game.
Yeah,
you seem not to like it, but
not only did he take a $100,000 fine, which is fine, but he's an interim head coach, and they lost a draft pick. That's the thing.
They lost. That's the bigger one. They lost. If it was just out of his pocket,
that's fine. Fine.
Cool. That's Dirty Harry stuff right there. You lost a draft pick, John.
It's like if Chad Tracy went and did that, and then they didn't bring him back next year. It just doesn't look good. It's not. Yeah.
Right. I respect the stage in life where you just do whatever you want now. Yeah. It ain't bad. So, all right, quick Eagles, Nolan Smith arrested Friday for going 135 miles an hour in Georgia. That'll get you in jail. And Aaron Rodgers says this is it in Pittsburgh. This will be his final season. So there will be no chatter throughout the year. I'm glad he actually put a stop to it right out of the gate.
When football players get into Georgia, man, there's something in the water down there. I don't know what's going on.
Opening it up. Oh, my God. Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith brothers at Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. At Bangor Mall Cinemas, it's a big movie weekend, typically, Memorial Day weekend. Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners, upgraded food menu. Find showtimes, reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com.
That was Alex Breer this week talking about the A.J. Brown trade to the Patriots. Don't do this to me now. Don't do this to me now. For months. I mean, since I have been so banking with the Red Sox being terrible, I have been like, June 1st has been like triple circled on my calendar. As the Patriots trade for A.J. Brown. A couple weeks later, you've got your mini camps. A couple weeks later, you've got camp. Like, it all starts, and now Schefter reported that it was basically a done deal. They had agreed to terms. We're just waiting till June 1st. And now it's like, well, the Chiefs might throw their hat in the ring. The Eagles might actually want to trade for Brian Thomas Jr. This is not okay. It's not okay to do this to us now as Patriots fans. We have been like, you can't, especially if you're the Patriots, this puts you in a bind because you can't just go in with Romeo Doubs and an upset Kayshon Boutte who thought he was going to be traded the whole offseason, but comes back and realizes he's still here. Oh, he couldn't get A.J. Brown, so I guess we're stuck with you, Kayshawn. Line it up. Yeah. It just doesn't...
He's Kayshon Boutte is planning on going elsewhere right now.
This is bad.
Yeah.
If A.J. Brown does not come to the Patriots on June 1st, this is bad.
It's catastrophic because I'm not even allowing myself to get worked up about the Breer comments. Like, I'm not even allowing myself to believe it for a second. I will be dumbfounded if they don't get him.
If this doesn't happen, it's going to look really bad at Elliott Wolf. It's going to look really bad on Vrabel. The other, who's the guy that Vrabel brought in from Nashville?
Yeah, I know.
It's going to look bad on that whole front office.
It will.
Like it really is. And you've been you've stopped shopping.
Yes.
You really haven't really been shopping around because you've been banking on A.J. Brown. I'm hearing is enrolling his kids in hockey in Massachusetts and looking for condos in the seaport, but I guess not. I don't know. This would be bad. You're supposed to head into next year with Drake May, Romeo Doubs, Hunter Henry's back. You've got Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, and A.J. Brown, and a new fullback, and a new lineman. You're going to have one of the best offenses in the league. If you take A.J. Brown out of that mix and it's just Romeo Doubs as your top target, that's you have worse targets for Drake May than you did last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it all comes back to what are you willing to give up? So what? First and a second was kind of what we were thinking. And then they might want Boutte. We'll see what happens.
No way.
But what if, someone comes up with 2 firsts?
No way.
No way?
No way.
I don't think the Chiefs or the Jaguars have
no one's giving two first.
Either.
No one's giving two
Not
first.
for A.J. Brown.
No one's giving two first. A first is a lot.
I could see a second in Boutte, a first for next year and Boutte, like for 2028, not 27.
Felger was mentioning and I thought that it would be something like, okay, if it were a first, he doesn't think it'll even be a first, but he said if it were a first, it would be a first, but you're getting like an upgrade. Back. Yeah, you're getting something back to kind of soften that a little bit, right? So I don't, and I think this is all late in the game chatter to drive the price up. I think that's all this is. I really do. And yes, could the Chiefs use A.J. Brown? Certainly could. Rashid Rice is incarcerated as we speak. So, like they've gotten, and like they're banking on Ty Thornton again. So that's about where they're at. They need to do something. You keep an eye on it, I guess, but I just can't fathom next season. We're all counting on it.
Yeah,
we're all counting on it.
The
jersey is like printed, like, and I think you're right. This is going to directly hammer Wolf and Vrabel specifically, because a lot of this extracurricular BS that's been going on as fans, we're like, yeah, just win, baby. Just win, baby. And you don't get A.J. Brown, it's like, what have you guys been doing?
After you left up to, it would be a ticket to the whole front office and Mike Vrabel if they don't get A.J. Brown. And you mentioned, there's another ticket I want to give out. You mentioned Rashid Rice.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, Rashid Rice is the top target for Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yep.
They brought him in for that. He's been slotted at that for the last 3 years since they got rid of Tyreek Hill. And when you're the top target for Patrick Mahomes, you've got an opportunity in front of you to win multiple world championships, to win multiple Super Bowls. Could you imagine Tom Brady's top target having issue after issue and suspension and every single, they'd be out of there after the first one.
Immediately.
Could you imagine? I don't understand how you don't just realize what's in front of you and how great you could be. He's a very talented guy. And first you had I think it was the domestic issues, the driving. It was the driving, then the domestic issues, and now he got surgery and he broke parole for self-medicating after a surgery or something.
He's a jackass.
It was a weed charge. Which is crazy because he maimed somebody, I'm pretty sure, in a car accident.
Right.
Went like 150.
Yeah, you lose your.
And he was fine. He didn't get arrested. They played this year after a 6-game suspension, and now he's in jail for 30 days for weed, which is a little weird for me. Stay off the weed, I guess. It was something that Schefter and Rice claimed that he didn't know that he would be tested or didn't know that the incarceration was a possibility. How do you not know?
Yeah, you're under the consequences.
Like, how do you not know the legal issues you're in?
Right.
That's something that you should
100%. A little self-awareness of the situation you're in. And the situation is you can't do anything wrong.
It just kind of blows my mind how making the Brady comparison. Like Patrick Mahomes is the Tom Brady right now. The closest thing to.
Yep.
And you never had this with the Patriots with somebody in maybe
Aaron Hernandez
at the end, but he didn't stick around for 4 years for a couple years after the first incident.
Yeah, they weren't bringing him back.
They sent him away right away. I don't know if they had a choice, but that's the one that you can look at. And maybe Jack Jones, but I think Brady was gone by then.
Right.
Everybody was locked in. It really seems like the Chiefs. Maybe it's the Chiefs. They're not running a tight enough ship, but something. Even Tyreek Hill had his issues when he was over there.
For sure. It's a little. They play it kind of loose. So, I got to think. I'm still convincing myself A.J. Brown is a Patriot.
Yeah.
I think it's a done deal. The world will be shocked if the Patriots don't get A.J. Brown.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Bangor Window Shade and Drapery. They offer custom blind shades, drapery, outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade at 105 Main Street in Bangor. Morning Roast is brought to you by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of the roast and the place to be in downtown Bangor and herosportsgrill.com. And available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. 2 sausage McMuffins with egg, 2 hot cakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all just for $19.99. This bundle deal is over 40% off, and just for a limited time, order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. Madden Generator Services with expert installation, dependable maintenance, and a free 7-year warranty on new Generac installs. They're going to keep your home in the game. Give them a call at 951-4668. Madden Generator Services, power you can count on. Here's Mike Giardi. We were talking earlier about Keyshawn Boutte, his thoughts. Belichick did not, and that was a huge difference.
I also think Belichick had lost his fastball
Completely.
at that time. But, Boutte had a great year last year.
Yeah, he did.
If you're going to trade one of those two, who are you going to get more for?
Exactly.
Keyshawn Boutte.
Of course.
Kyle Williams didn't really show you much last season.
No, and the report saw yesterday interview with Kyle Williams, him talking about how he's put on 6-7 pounds in the offseason, all right? Like, that's the, you bring in A.J. Brown, that's the X factor is Kyle Williams. Like, do you have something in him? We don't know anything yet.
Do they need to pay attention to him? If you have Brown and Dobbs out there, if Williams can start, commanding attention, that's better for the three of them. Like right now, Williams is going to get a decent amount of, looks where it's like, oh, how'd they forget about him? And I think that's going to start a little bit at the beginning of the year, but if he can command attention, that's going to open things up for Brown, for Dobbs. That's going to be great.
Tremendously so. So if his development can get on track and he can get on, the one thing that, once again, I got a little concerned about is he mentioned, and it just might have just been the wrong words he said, but, it's, learning the playbook. He said that again. And I was like, learning the playbook? You got the same staff.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you should have this on lock, dude. Like, this has got to be your jumping off point now. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, Boutte, and Keyshawn Boutte deserves to get paid on his next contract, right? Like, he deserves to get paid. It's not going to be here. So good stuff there. Start your morning at Goslin's Bakery, though, 334 Harlow Street in Bangor. Grab a breakfast sandwich on an English muffin or a croissant, plus legendary donuts and pastries made since 1945. Visit the new Goslin's Bakery and Deli right next to Hannaford and Brewer. Uno's Pizzeria and Grill every Thursday at Uno's Pasta Night for just $12.99. Bring the family, bring your appetite.
And Manja.
Uno's, Stillwater Ave, or unos.com. The 2026 Ticket Awards, third annual Ticket Awards, they're coming June 22nd to Hero Sports Grill in downtown Bangor. Event will be broadcast live on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. 28 categories of excellence of the 25-26 sports season. Voting for the fall categories begins Thursday, May 21st. That's today. And concludes on Wednesday, May 27th. Cast your votes for High School Soccer Team of the Year, High School Soccer Boys Player of the Year, High School Girls Soccer Player of the Year, High School Football Team of the Year, Player of the Year, high school again, High School Field Hockey Team of the Year, High School Field Hockey Player of the Year, and High School Cross Country Runner of the Year at 929theticket.com. Get on there and vote. Okay, Evan Marinofsky did a interview with Providence College coach Nate Lehman, who cut his teeth at Old Town High School and grad assistant at Maine for us a long time ago. Asking him, I found this interesting, Nate Lehman's perception on the major junior players that he had at Providence. A little bit of a different perspective than what we've seen up here at Maine. So just a little bit of a different perspective with the major junior players that Providence had versus the experience that it seems like Maine had this year. So I guess it's just, getting the right guys. Once again, it comes down to is you got to get the right guys. So I don't think you could throw the baby out with the bathwater in terms of recruiting major junior players just because you feel like they're not going to be, as committed to the college game.
Yeah, and I also don't expect a guy like Nate Lehman to go out there and say, like, yeah, the Canadian junior guys we brought in, they were awful teammates.
No.
They didn't want to practice. They had terrible culture. Like, he's not going to badmouth those guys.
Sure. There is players. But at the same time, we have heard that, and it's not just Maine. We've heard that from,
the Boston schools specifically, who, are very used to being top 3 in the nation. I don't think either of them were. Sure,
exactly. So there was some integration issues for sure in college hockey this year, and we experienced it firsthand. But it's interesting to note that Providence had a little bit of a different experience.
Yeah, like if I was getting paid to play hockey, right, I wouldn't be eating at the PC dining hall. If I were out in Providence, I'd be, Pizza Marvin every night. I don't know, dude. There's so much good food out there outside of Providence College.
Have you been to Providence's main dining hall?
I have not. So
it seemed like there's something
maybe
special
it's really
happening.
good, but also Federal Hill's got some pretty good Italian food too.
Yeah, exactly. So he might be adding it on a little thick there too. But it just interesting. Found it interesting. All right, we're gonna get to break and then come back with this day in history. I got a couple of these I got to get to. UMaine athletics. Football, if you believe it or not, it's coming this fall. It's time to pack the stands at Alphon and cheer on Maine football. Don't miss the excitement, tradition, and the Black Bear pride all season long. Season tickets are on sale now. Give you the best value and best seats for every home game. Visit GoBlackBears/tickets today. Secure your tickets. Go Blue. And Dairy Queen Old Town, the DQ $7 chicken strip meal deal has it all. 100% white meat, seasoned chicken strips, full-size fries, a drink, and a DQ sundae, all for just $7. Now you can get it with the new honey sriracha dip. Visit 613 Stillwater Ave in Old Town. We'll be back with this day. Such a good tune. Birthdays today. 1972, Notorious B.I.G. tragically passed away in 1997. Guy lost a good one,
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Events today. 1881, the American Red Cross, founded by Clara Barton. They are relentless on my phone calls. I've had to block them. Like the American Red Cross, they just, man, they got I'm not universal. I'm O positive. Is that?
I got no idea.
I'm O positive, so not O neg. O neg is the universal, right?
Yeah,
but
I think
it's close.
So. I'm with you. I've got the same one, and I always flip it. But I
know, and it's stuffed. Dude, the reason you're calling me is because I gave blood. I give blood, dude. Chill, bunch of vampires. My God. 1908, first horror movie, silent film, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde premieres in Chicago. 1927, aviator Charles Lindbergh in the Spirit of St. Louis lands in Paris after the first solo air crossing of the Atlantic. 1927. Talk about grapefruits. What kind of, have you seen, I've been to the Aviation Museum in D.C. and seen the Spirit of St. Louis. I mean, that is good for him. Good for him. 1932, after flying for 17 hours from Newfoundland, Amelia Earhart lands in Londonderry, Northern Ireland, completing the first solo transatlantic flight by a woman. Once again, equally monumental, incredible. The guts these people had is incredible.
I'm sure she had a long and tremendous career as an aviator.
Oh, God. Sports history. 1819, the first bicycles in the U.S. called Swift Walkers are debuted in New York City. 1904, the Fédération Internationale des Football Association, FIFA, forms in Paris. 1948, New York Yankee Joe DiMaggio hits for the cycle. In 1966, Muhammad Ali knocks out Britain's Henry Cooper in the 6th round for the heavyweight boxing title. Birthdays. In 1904, it's Fats Waller, jazz organist, piano player, singer, and composer at Ain't Misbehavin', Honeysuckle Rose, and Hot Chocolate. 1952, Mr. T, Clubber Lang.
I just watched Rocky 3 the other night.
Oh,
it was on
it's
TV.
great.
Yeah.
He's great. Clubber's he's intense.
I think he's probably one of my favorite Rocky villains.
Yeah, absolutely. He hits hard. Yeah. 1977, Ricky Williams, College Football Hall of Fame, NFL running back. 1996, Josh Allen. Today, holidays. It's Waitstaff Day. It's Chardonnay Day. It is Tea Day and Accessible Awareness Day. And here at the station, we're doing a Special Olympics barbecue cookout type of thing going on.
It was very loosely explained to us.
Yes,
but I know we have
exactly.
to park in the back.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there were people here this morning.
Yeah,
there was. I was walking up the stairs and paying attention, and there was a kid not paying attention. I think it was someone's daughter or something like that.
Sure.
With a bowl, almost walked right into me, just kind of staring into space.
With a bowl of
bowl
food.
of cereal, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It would have been a great start to my day.
Good stuff. All right, we'll be back with the 7 o'clock hour. Stick around.
There are two types of business owners, those who are busy and those who want to be busy. Toast is designed for both, with tools to keep you humming and help turn grind into growth. That's how you turn busy into business. Toast, built for busy.